note. They are flashed off the angle though, and that means that he has to start spamming in case he gets peeked. And to be fair to Kaspersky, he's done well to find one, considering that situation. There is one more player on the site though. Will Snappy get overlooked? He absolutely does. Needs to connect with the shot though, and he's going for body shots. And that ain't gonna work. Rainwaker will take the quick headshot, and the extra layer that NIP had on site is not going to work out. Stown trying to creep in with Shush. But the setup here for LG is good. You might have two players low HP, but they're playing headshot angles. Lux and Paul. There's Rainwaker, and there's Rainwaker again. A huge quad kill from Rainwaker. How good is this guy? Everyone speaks about your time on NIP does not count. Well, your time on Liquid certainly doesn't count either. Ever since he got added to Monty, he has been superb. What a career renaissance he's having. Everyone knew how good he was playing in Tier 2 with various Bulgarian teams. His quality was never a question. Liquid was just a bad time for him. It's a great start to the map for LG. We do need to flick the names at the top of the screen to get LG over on that T side. And there we go. Thank you, production. Now, Note has disconnected, and unfortunately, he is disconnected when there's been damage done. So this round will not be replayed for NIP. It never rains, but it pours. Big damage on Lux, Azu, and Snappy. So even though Note doesn't die to another human, he's out of the round, and it won't be replayed. Good shot from Kaspersky. To find one with the extra layer of balcony. It should be fine. Almost wasn't. And now you think about it. You think, what would this round have been like if Note was still alive? NIP will be feeling aggrieved because of that. Those are the rules, and it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But that is a shame. Snappy has to save on 10 HP. Ludair in chat, we have a caster. You do have a caster. I'm here at your service. But I will be pacing myself today. My voice still isn't totally healed from an illness I picked up from IEM Cologne. Classic land flu. Had a wonderful time at that event. Experience. We're just getting over that. And now you guys are my company for the rest of the day. Don't worry, I am sipping the herbal tea as we speak. Lemon and ginger is going crazy right now. And LG are going crazy too. This is going to be the eco for NIP. 3-0 lead early on T side. Is 1 HP. He's a little bit nervous around these smokes, but he's going to be okay. Trav, can you hit the Sue? God. I mean, if my voice was at full strength, I feel like I could. Sue! Is that good enough? Nothing like crowd after Ronaldo crazy last night. Nice shot from that throw. Risk up against Stan on that angle. Decent damage here from NIP. Look at the health of LG, would you believe it? I mean, Lux is definitely dead. They had 3 players alive there on 1, 3 and 4 HP, I think. But they won't care. They've won the round. Is that Travicular? God. Not the first time I've been given that nickname. You just stick some whiskey at that level of ginger tea and you'll feel 100%? True. We don't drink on stream. We don't drink at work. We are professionals. Great kill from Azu on Shush. Down is screwed. On site, you're never going to get more than 1 from that position with the AWP. And this is another just great example of NIP just not looking at the races today. Map 1, they started well. They were 5-1 up. They won the forces. They got control of the economy. Ever since then, when LG were able to wrestle that back to a 6-6 half, NIP only won 1 round, I believe, on their T side. And I think it was a pistol round. On their CT side, sorry. I think it was a pistol round. Beamus knows that if we can't have gone too far, we will get the kill in the end. And as the storyline I've been developing the entire broadcast so far, the fact that NIP have not played Inferno since Budapest in November 2025. That is a whole 8-9 months ago. Even though LG don't have an amazing record on Inferno lately, I'm looking at it and thinking, well, come on, Travis. They've only played 6 maps on it recently, and I've lost 5 of them. Well, look at who they've played. Sure, Liquid Nemesis at this very event, bit of a question mark, but that's, you know, with their brand new in-game leader. With Monty, they played Mongols, Falcons, Paravision, and Heroic. And they managed to beat Paravision 13-5. So there's a totally reasonable explanation for why those results are the way they are. For NIP, if they lose this map, there's also a reasonable explanation as to why they've lost it, but not map 1. Worrying signs for this organisation who really needed good VRS points from this tournament. And they might not get any. Could be going out 3-0-3. Good couple of pistol kills to begin at least. Shush and it's a 5-7. Getting 1 more there for Stan is good. With Azu again 1 HP, would you believe? How often has this kid been 1 HP in this game? It should be an NIP round, even with pistols. All alone, in between 2 angles, and Kaspersky will get it done. So here is a way for NIP to get themselves off and running. It can't be a flash in the pan. If you're going to win on a half-buy like that, you've got to press the issue and make the most of it. Canyo in chat, reinforcing my point earlier. NIP has gone 16-2, and that's technically 2-16 since being up 5-1. That was very, very true. Before that previous round, that was very, very true. Incredible. Finally, they're back on the board again. Good reaction from Bemis. Could argue that's a little bit of an overpeak from Shush. Maybe he felt stuck in apartments and didn't want to fall back the normal way, thinking he was going to get caught either way. Bemis will punish. Stand with the AWP out. Need to see a bit from him. He was... I won't say he played badly on Nuke, because he wasn't allowed to even play. Especially in that CT side. Good kill from Note on Bemis. Now Snappy off angle towards CT. Needs Azu. Gets the 1.5. That's okay. Especially considering there's one more player around the site. They're not going to expect Kaspersky here as well. Good find on Lux. And Afro needs to try and find a way out. He should be allowed it. Only 5 seconds left. So he'll keep his AWP. Interesting place for Afro to be with the AWP in the immediate round following. It's the only gun LG have in this round. Going for the apartment. Bit unusual. And now they know where it is. There should be nothing doing for LG in this round. Pick up, bit awkward for Shush. But again, that's information about where Afro is positioning himself. That's the only risk I need to worry about. Suggestion from Snappy, and Afro will go down too. So no AWP save again for Afro. And up here in the game now, and as you can see, Snappy getting a bit louder. He knows he needs to try and G his boys up. They don't want to go out of XPL Guangzhou with a whimper. Thanks for all the comments in Kick Chat, by the way, guys. I'll be with you throughout the entire day. Big versus MIBR, BO1 to follow. This series, Bait versus Alliance, BO1 in the 1-1 game to follow as well. And then Bet Boom versus Nemesis in the BO3 to qualify for playoffs later tonight. So later tonight, it's 8:51 AM where I am. There's a chance it could be tonight, huh? Definitely will be tonight in China. Spurs getting the pressure, top banana. Can't really fall back. Oh, there's one! Oh, it's beautiful. Gorgeous play from Kaspersky. Banana, I was going to say Banana is his, but he's fallen back after his triple, as you'd expect. This is more than Kaspersky we want to see. The main star of NIP. He's not an upcoming star really anymore, he is a star. performing as such. And that is more examples of what he can do. Travis, hardest working man in Counter-Strike? Maybe Northern SC. Maybe. Basically didn't have a day off casting between like my trip to before my trip to Cologne for the major. I didn't have a day off from like May the 4th or May the 8th technically. I was on BC Championship, CCT, Nodwin, Thunderpick. Should be a fun month as well. Be involved with one of the Blast qualifiers for South America coming soon. Get Res Showdown. Also got some unannounced stuff coming later in the year, in the month I should say, as well. Drop me a follow on Twitter, TravCS, if you want to know what I'm casting and when. Cheeky plug, as it's an eco, but hang on. Maybe we should put that cheeky plug on us, because these pistols could be doing some damage on the way through the A here. Thankfully, Shush don't pick up each other very well. Try one more. All the kills come through between Shush and Note. The apps pop with the Tech 9s does not work. And NIP are now here to play. Casters are only good if they are bald, says Scrome. I will shave my head at this instant then. Incendiary toward the balcony. That's going to move Bemis a little bit further away. It's down 34 to begin this round. Can't afford to take one of his kicks through the molly. HP. Thankfully, Note is being baited in the long cover. Well, right click flash on the corner to try and get out, but Azu will stop him. Stand now moving forward, looking to try and take that pick in toward the apartments. But Rainwaker hits the shot nicely. Shush finding Lux is good though, it keeps NIP in control of the bomb site. Azu with a great trade though, Kaspersky needs to activate, but he's activated too late. He's let the first player in Azu get onto the bomb site, and because of that, he's not able to get his headshot. It's Azu who'll find a triple, and Snappy has no say anymore. Kaspersky missing his timing, missing his chance. I'll give LG their 5th round unless something crazy happens here for Snappy. He's got a kit, he's got util. He's got the perfect angle, and it's the easiest headshot of his career. Good work from LG. Chat said, why is this chat so mean? Don't worry, half of those comments are grammar. He's infamous. You need to ignore him with a 10-foot limbo pole. Another example in that round of how decent Azu has been playing lately. Critical triple. The third on Kaspersky being particularly nice. Sure, advantageous angle, but still. Again, an opening for Rainwaker. was seen in the corner. He needs to be taken by Kaspersky. A bit of revenge there from the previous round works well. Note will find Lux. Trying to guarantee a lead on the half. Afro. Not sure Kaspersky needed to move forward on that timing. May as well just reinforce the 4v3, and look where Rainmaker's got to. He's almost flanking Stown. Will he see Stown before Afro makes his way up middle? Surely he will. Look how far Rainmaker's pushing forward. It's going to be a freest of free kills. Stown rounded on. No, it's got the timing this time to at least grab that one kill back. The back and forth continues on Inferno here. Rainmaker and Afro, 55 and 22. But the plant will come through. Look how far Note's pushing forward, though. He's taking initiative. That's exactly what you need to do to stop LG from setting up in an after plant on Inferno. Good move from Note. Afro, 22 HP, 1 bullet from death. Oh, sees Note to the corner of the smoke, though. Nade onto the default plant spot. Oh, it's unlucky. If Snappy didn't have a kit, that was so winnable for Afro. He survived on 1 HP to have a chance to throw that HE grenade. NT in our kick chat for that one. But Snappy does the right thing. Ben too insane. I see your message and I like it. Final round of the first half of Inferno. Can NIP scrounge a lead? They need anything they can get to avoid the possibility of elimination in Guangzhou. Already down with Mazur and Lux. Bomb just waiting top middle at the moment. Smoke will block off Note in Library. Decides to play in front of it. And rightly so when he's feeling confident like that. Great hold onto Bemis. Shush, ever reliable in hit. Expect him to at least get one more kill, but Note has gone down to luck. All of a sudden, they can just pounce onto this A-bomb side, probably get favorable trades. Stown somehow found one with the 5-7. That could be critical. Snappy's going to try and press the issue while the Apartments player Rainmaker still holding for his teammate, but Afro's going to miss the shot. They know where Rainmaker is. He's been dinked up. NIP recover it. It's going to be 7-5. If the first map was a 6-6, this will be a 7-5 for NIP. Is that enough to keep them in the tournament? Live for the second half. Oh, big damage from Kaspersky on Azu already. He's down. And I think because of that, LG are going to decide to fight. And I don't blame them. Guess we'll look for something, but they do fall back in the end. .4v3 recovered thanks to Lux. Very impressive couple of headshots, and Note will get caught by Rainwaker. What recovery. But they lost Azu early. It's a beautiful click from Bemis on Shush as well. And off the back of that opening kill on Azu, LG have not looked back. Clean taps. In general, just looking slightly better individually today. LG across map 1 and map 2. Sappy can't do anything. LG will start the second half well, looking to try and eliminate NIP in 2. Anyway, Bemis and Afro will all hold on comfortably, and that was against a full force, by the way. Those sirens are coming for NIP, I think. This leaves NIP with the full eco to come. Going to be a 3-0 start to the half for LG. A few more pistols they're buying into, which won't make the round an absolute foregone conclusion, but still. X-Mello says, by the way, Caster, how's your day? Well, it's barely happened yet. I woke up at 5 AM, it's now 9 AM. So, I'll let you know. From Shush, considering he's being leapt at by Azu. CHE. That'll close things. Snappy has a chance to do a bit of extra damage here. He's picked up the FAMAS, he's got an open B bomb site, but no smoke for the cross. He's going to have to win this door heads up. And he... Oh, we might get a plant, actually. That's pretty good, considering. 16 bullets in the Tech 9 to find 3 players. Is it really possible? Oh, he did extra damage actually on both, but Afro will find him. LG 8-7. Look, Tunde says, how much does casting these events even pay? Now look, I would tell you. That is like one of the #1 unwritten rules. You don't spread that information publicly. Good kill from Sam. Side very quickly. Oh my goodness, how was Kaspersky only hit 1 bullet there? That is crazy! And how has Lux killed him so nonchalantly? Great recovery kill from Lux. Again, having a good series. I've always been a Lux enjoyer, I can't lie. Even when he was back on Pain, I thought he was kind of dropped a bit unfairly. I think it was probably time for him to go, considering the fact that they did improve when they got rid of Lux. But Legacy went very well for him as well, winning a Tier 1 trophy over at CAC last year. And look, Lux isn't Gizmy, and these 4 players are used to playing with Gizmy. But Lux is not a bad in-game leader. Given a bit of time, it wouldn't surprise me if they're able to at least retain their current ranking around 20th in the world. And that, and possibly getting stickers in the Singapore Major, I'm sure, is their main goal. Oh, it's Biffy from Bemis. First big mistake on the CTE side from LG. Again, something I was talking about earlier with just how whiffy he can be sometimes, unfortunately. He's got that KOB about him on occasion. He'll miss his shots there pretty badly, and NIP are going to be able to wrestle their way back through into the B-bomb site and take an 8-8. I can turn my microphone on to me myself, Tiki. Should I try that? I'm going to break everything. Okay, from now, I've raised my mic volume by 5. Let me know if that sounds any different at all. I'm relying on you guys. For clarity, I'm also not trying not to speak too loudly, because my voice still hurts a little bit. Which doesn't bode well for a day as long as this, but it's fine. That's more for me for getting sick at IM Cologne, huh? How dare I get sick? Ridiculous. Much better? Fantastic. Crazy how just raising it from 70 to 75 has made such a big difference. Noted. Azu will find Snappy as he gets flashed in top banana by Lux. Quick 1-for-1 early. Big question for NIP in this map. Look, we can always trust in Snappy as an in-game leader. He's been doing this for year upon year. But how do you play a map which you haven't played in an official since the Budapest Major in November? 9 months ago. And when you're on T-side, that can make things difficult. Rainwaker again. So reliable. Kaspersky's somehow been able to get a plant out of that, and that is actually relatively important money. But Rainwaker with 3. Ever the monster, apparently. Tajo, shout out. You got what you want. Can we trust Snappy on a map that he hasn't led for 9 months? That's the real question. Unfortunately, we couldn't even trust him on you, which is definitely a ton for the books. SNIP is not all there at the moment. Sure, new player in Note from the Academy. I followed Note's career for a very, very long time, ever since he was playing in the Benelux scene. For KRC Genk. You guys remember that that squad, tier 3 team? I covered him in Monty Gen as well. I think even in Nemesis for the very short time he was on that team. That was more recent, obviously. No, it's definitely not a bad player, but he's coming into a little bit of a struggling team, and that can never be good. Unless he really picks up the mantle. At the moment, it really is only the Kaspersky show. And Shush. I think Shush has been ever reliable for this MIP team. If you remember when MIP were coming through, when they were unranked on the VRS, they were having to play with Jax and the CCTs as a stand-in. Shush was unbelievable. He was almost a star player. And I've been a fan of Shush for a very, very long time. I just think he's such a smart player. Lux taking a big gamble there to try and pick up extra utility off the ground, I think, and almost cost him his life. Kaspersky does get an entry top banana. You need to see a little bit more out of Stan in the second half, especially on the rifle. But if you can't rely on the AWP, you can rely on the rifle with Stan usually, and they will burst their way in toward the B-bomb site. Afro's done very well to find Shush there. I think he just realised at the last second that he was playing close. But it will be a save, and Afro won't even be allowed to save. Only Rainwaker can. So, good round from NIP. Able to win their doors in Banana, take B, and make it 9-all. I think people will. Some people may think you could rightly criticise Stan for these maps, and look, I think some criticism is fair. I also think if you watch Nuke and watch CT side, he just barely doesn't get any contact at all. And usually, I'm sure regular NIP watchers will know that Stan is pretty much a live wire on CT Nuke. When I watched him in the CT Global Finals, he was superb. Even though they didn't win those games, on Nuke in particular, he was all over the place and just playing with full confidence in his first event back. T-Side Inferno warping is not going to be all too favourable. That goes without saying. Rainwaker, what have you got here? One. Oh, it was almost the second. And thankfully for Note, he peeks in a different angle, so it's not a clean, immediate headshot. Thankfully, he gets one in return. Come on, Stan. Where are you, buddy? I need to see you get activated in a round. At least set up to take a shot. His positioning has not allowed him to do that, really. In this entire map. That is a poor performance by his high standards of himself, I'm sure. He's going to be very disappointed. Especially if NIP don't win the map and win the series. He's going to be putting a lot of blame on himself, I'd imagine. The best players tend to be the most critical of themselves. So, damage could be done through that smoke with the MP9. Good kill from Lux, again getting a frag and falling back, keeping the man advantage. Oh, shot missed though, and Stan now he's finding an opportunity to hit shots, but he's going to miss the flick in Banana. No confidence for Stan at all in this map at the moment. He's going to need to deliver here. Double step toward Ruins is good, however, and of course, it's Kaspersky again. They try and at least trade him when they had the man advantage, did LG. When you've got the bomb plant on B, it's always T favoured. And would you believe it, Stan's going to get away without even taking an important contact kill in this round as well. It's going to be all Kaspersky. And IP will creep into the lead.
Terrorists win.
Thankfully for Stown, that miss does not cost his team. Buy is still available for LG. It's okay. You've got the AWP on Afro, you've got the two M4s. Especially one on Rainwaker is what you're going to want, and Lux with the 5.7 is totally fine. As do MP7. Can NIP win their first Inferno with this lineup? Oh, the MP7 can't hold on. Afro is going to hold on beautifully, though. And that's going to change the round's course entirely. This is what Afro can do. With the current Afro form, and here he is with the fourth, it could be all five, you know, for Afro. He's got one bullet left in the AWP. Can he connect with all of them? Oh, it's so tight. Up against Shush on 14 HP. The round's won. It's whether Afro gets the ace. He's not going to. So the quad kill is beautiful, and Bemis will trade. The career renaissance, and that was a storyline over the entirety of the Monty team before they switched to LG. Especially with their run at the Cologne Major. The renaissance of nearly the entire team is remarkable. Rainwaker after Liquid, Afro after Fnatic. People remember how bad Afro was on Fnatic. Look at him go here. Look at him go on the entirety of his Monty/LG stint so far. He's been unbelievable. Look at Bemis when he'd been frozen out for the entirety the last couple of years of his career. After he played for FaZe and played for Mals and played in some big events. Ill-fated into the Breach stint, did not work out. And Azzy's going to hold on to a banana in the following round as well. Also a player that is improving his level event by event, it feels like. Molotov will finally spread, but he's found another corner. He's found another corner to survive. Had a smoke anyway, sure. But everything is going LG's way all of a sudden. Afro will find another. And NIP have disappeared in the last couple of rounds. Teetering on the brink. And I will list a very important stat for you here. For NIP's Inferno. It's not just the fact that I haven't played it since the Budapest Major, where they lost to FaZe. I've just done a little bit more digging. They haven't won it at all with this core. With the Snappy, Shush, Kaspersky core. And the most worrying thing is, they won 6 out of their 10 pistol rounds, but only have a 44% win rate on the T side, and a 29.2 win percent on their T side. It would not be a surprise if LG were to win this game 2-0, but Stown's making something happen. Only his 7th kill of the game, but that could give them a chance. Bemis will activate, though. And now Shush needs to win an impossible clutch. Oh, beautiful click on Rainwaker, though. It's possible all of a sudden. Nadine does 3 damage to him. 1 bullet not connected. And now Shush has made it a 1v1. He can play time. Afro's only got the Mac 10 picked up because he wants to use something that's not the AWP. And now Shush can play the mind games. Can Afro figure this one out? Shush will feel like he needs to swing. And he gets the clutch 1 on barely any health at all. The man you can always rely on in Shush will save NIP at the death. How has he won that one then? see you on the highlight reel. That is a fumble of stratospheric proportions from LG. The first click is beautiful. The fact that Bemis has not hit one bullet there is insane. I know the Molotov is in position. It's obscuring his vision slightly. That's probably what he'll be complaining about. But that is an unlosable round. And look what it's done to the LG money. Aye, aye, aye. Can you Adam and Eve it? Good catch from Shoshin toward the apartment. Afro will go down. Damage has been done, but they're going to avoid the 5-7 in toward Arch. Stan will find Rainwaker. Low HP, not able to avoid Azu. The bomb can be planted on A, and NIP are finding a way. And as I was, talking about the stats for NIP on the map, that is when Shush pulls off one of the clutches of the tournament. And look, I should preface the numbers of NIP on this map. They are playing very good teams. They played Na'Vi twice at Star Ladder last year. They played Na'Vi at Cologne as well. And they played FaZe at Budapest, which were inspired FaZe, obviously, with some Carrigan bullshit. They did lose to Gentlemates too, but still. 4 of those 5 results are against good teams. This is only their 6th time playing Inferno with this core. And obviously first with this lineup. And they could be about to win it. It's taken a ridiculous shush moment. LG are going to be absolutely kicking themselves. They would have felt like they had NIP on the ropes. And now we've got a great chance at a map 3 of Mirage. Oh, another great clear from Shush. 24 and 15. Destroys Rainwaker in Boiler. He'll at least hold on to Kaspersky, but Snappy will not allow him to get away. It's only the MP9 for Lux on B as well. Two v4 to save the map. And look, NIP used to run riot on Inferno back in the day. They had a certain man on their team that was the king of banana. But with this lineup, they are the king of nothing. Can they get a W on a map they barely play? Lux holds on for 1, but 1 will not be enough. Bemis, full rotation round through banana. Already being watched by Shush on and off. NIP, from somewhere, mostly thanks to Shush, it has to be said, could be taking this map and taking us to Mirage. 2 players to find for Bemis. Both are locked into the left side of the site. I think Bemis might realise that now, but they go for the double swing, and NIP will find it. Look at the celebration from Snappy. He knows how important that is. Not just for this tournament, but for his team with the new lineup. So many times the story of NIP this season has been losing the close maps, losing the close series, and that is one that is going to really G them up for Mirage. Shush is their saviour. We'll see you in a few minutes for the decider. NIP are still alive. Mostly thanks to the clutch from Shush. See the highlight of that tweeted by NIP's Twitter. If you want to see it and you missed it, you can also scroll back in the kick VOD if you missed it as well. Was that 10-10 on Inferno? And LG need to find a way to reset because they knew they had NIP on the edge. But NIP clung on. Now have a Mirage to play. Mirage is a bit more of a middle ground map between these two teams. LG have not played it at this event yet. Haven't played it as LG yet. They've played it a lot at the Cologne Major. Managed to beat Big. Managed to beat Bet Boom. Lost to Falcons. Lost to Paravision. Fair enough. And they also took G2 to 22-19 on the map. So it's definitely a good LG map. But that was with Gizmy. You never know. With Lux. For NIP, it's very much a story of 50-50s with them. They've lost to Magic, they've beaten Magic. They've beaten Heroic, they've lost to Heroic. They've beaten 100 Thieves, and they've lost to Big this year. And here we go. Third map decider. We miss mollied up sandwich immediately on the pistol, and NFP are going to pounce over toward A. Stan and Kaspersky will easily entry their way in. There's nothing Afro can do anymore. Kill from Kaspersky. Quick T-pistol for NIP. Now, can they avoid getting force brought upon? Been the story of the first two maps. Push for Rainway Loomis. And a great hold from Stown. A good start to map 3 is important for him. He's kind of been absent in this BO3 so far. Not shown the occasional flashes of form that we have seen in his return to competition. Two very important kills for him there. For a bit of confidence. Oh, nice kill from Afro, but he's getting pummeled through ticket box. Good flank kill from Lux, but now they know where he's coming from. Awkward for Note when he's reloading in the open, but no worries, gets the kill. IP comfortable to start Mirage. Don't forget this is the 0-2 elimination game. Whoever loses this map goes home. We've already seen Tai Lu beat Eyeballers at a canter, with the first cash being played on the A stream. Paravision currently playing Lin Vision on the A stream. We've got two BO1s coming on the B stream. Big versus MIBR and Bait versus Alliance. We'll finish off the day with versus Nemesis. Ken does some damage through that smoke, and Afro is lucky not to die. This is the full eco. No problem here. And finally, one of these two teams have won the pistol with the conversion. Let's make a big difference to NIP's T side.
Terrorists win.
Holding triple for the A side execute coming his way. He's up, and the issue is blinded up and not able to find the kill before the first T player drops in from Palace, and well, it all collapses from there. In the blink of an eye, triple kill entry for Note. 7 kills on the board with 7 HP left. Great round from him.
Terrorists win.
Incredibly clean start to NIP's attempt at saving themselves in Guangzhou. Another half buy to face here as well on LG. MP9, 7 Deagle M4. Oh dear, that's a mess. An absolute mess. As he thinks he's saved and covered by that smoke, he is not. It's blown open. Stan gets the entry. Kaspersky will finally find Afro. That's going to be a comfortable start to the round for NIP. 5-0 is but a few seconds away, you feel. Grab from Rainwaker. Should be traded. Shush has used his entire clip. Thankfully he gets away with it. But Lux is still here. And Lux is still healthy as well. Sees Palace. Takes Shush down easily. Now Stown, all of a sudden, when this round looked like it would be the 5-0, and I said it should be done at a canter, it could be LG's first round of the map. Stown's going to try and cross the angle. And he actually hits a bit of damage on Bemis. He knows both these two players are low. Tech9 might be drawn. But Lux knows the timing. Oh, but he's got no bullets in the M4. Uh-oh. Stown chance to clutch now. Bemis headshot angle in toward Connector. And Bemis will save Lux. That was a spooky one. Lux did exactly the right thing. He peeked at the perfect time. He peeks when he knows that Stan hasn't faked it, and he knows he's in the process of drawing his AWP/Tech9 out again to take the fight. He just whiffed horribly with the last few bullets left in his M4. Thankfully, Bemis on the headshot angle will get away with it. Not a round NIP should have lost, that's for sure. Lux is a big factor in recovering that opportunity. Even though he whiffed at the end there, he still gets his team back into it. Be a very important opening round for LG to grab. Exchange of Molotovs around B. Sappy down to 18 HP now. So Lux down to 38. Took extra 18 off that molly. Kaspersky tries to make a move. And that has been stopped by Venus. Himself. Oh, a bit of a laboured spray from Azu. Took a little bit too long to get that kill, and that's going to change everything. Down sets himself up on the AWP to hold for the Afro rotation, and Rainwaker has no say. After the fumble of the previous round, NIP hit straight back. Good signs for them at the moment. Reminder, coming up after this game, we've got 2 BO1s in the 1-1 bracket to cover. Big versus MIBR, and Bait versus Alliance.
Terrorists win.
I would say I'd favour MIBR ever so slightly. I think NQZ is a bit of an upgrade. Because Alliance would have to take Bait. Alliance still have the ability to cause a bit of trouble there in a BO1, that's for sure. More BO3 to come later tonight as well with the Boom Nemesis match to qualify for playoffs. Miss nade from Rainwaker. Bit of an annoyance there to catch it in corner of default. Could have done some damage. And here, once again, going to focus A. Rainwaker's in a very good position there, especially with that smoke moving toward Palace. He gets himself both those 2 kills on Note and Shush. To get a kill at the moment in this round, and look at the transfer from Kaspersky. He almost finds Afro in the smoke. In the end, Snappy finishes him off. And they need Azu. They need Azu badly. How many can you get on this big flank? There's one. Default player has been destroyed by Lux's MP9. And Kaspersky's close though. They don't. Quick headshot, and he's been able to get away. Away from the grasp of Azuwu. Azu trying to elevate his line, playing on top of Firebox. He's got no kit. He needs to win the duel quickly, and he's going to take it. Whoa. Back and forth round. Incredibly fun to watch, actually. And Azu will be the saviour for LG. That flank coming at just the right time. Fair play to Rainwaker for getting 2. His positioning there with how that smoke came into a Palace was actually perfect. I thought Kaspersky may have had that clutch 1, but Azu will best him. Oh, Afro. That second kill is incredible. Once again, NIP have an A-site plant. Afro's going to look for a reface now and still finds his third. Afro's been a bit quiet on Mirage so far, but now he's stepping up. So is Snappy, though. Peeking forward, knowing he needs to take a fight in a disadvantage. But now, Lux knows that both these two players are residing. Snappy just about holds on. How's he managed that? Kit retrieved for Afro. Low HP on one. Does tap the headshot away, but he's going to need to hold this defuse. That's down over swings, which he won't. There was no time left either way, I think, actually. Stan will get the kill. Afro does nearly everything to save LG, but couldn't make it happen. Yeah, second kill from Afro. Just a glimpse of the leg. Flicks up nicely. Third kill was amazing on Kaspersky. As he's stuck in under. Has he activated an MP9 only? The answer is probably not at all. And there you go. Kaspersky's going to find him. Good catch from Snappy. And MIP are in full control of this third map beside her. And your mind just goes back to that shush clutch on Inferno. And how much of a factor that's proven to be. Mr. Pugsy in chat said that Lux looks like Hugo from Temu. And I can't lie, I really see it now. What have you done? Ah, Beamus over jiggling in window. That's a poor error. Stan having a very good map 3. As I said earlier, been pretty absent. The entire series up until now. This is more like it. Good tap from Note. Afro will find the trade, but he needs a recovery kill immediately. Second one, that is. And Azzy had a chance to flank Stown top mid. But Stown reacts really well. Trying to get his way through Murder Hole, but it's called Murder Hole for a reason. Shush will delete him. And this map 3 is getting away from LG at a vast speed. Big swing from Shush. And they're very much in control. I said before the game it's very much a middle ground map between these two. And the games that Monty have lost on it have been against great teams. G2, Falcons, Paravision. Sure, a poor Paravision at the Cologne Major, but still. They took G2 to 22-19. They beat Bet Boom, who are good on Mirage. I'd argue NIP have not played against better opposition. Played against Magic, Heroic, Big, and 100 Thieves. But today, in this moment, with LG playing their first Mirage with Lux on the team. It's all NIP. Kaspersky will stop Azu. Oh, bad jump from the hope will actually mean that Bemis catches him, but no problem. Snappy, quick recovery kill. 4v2. Oh, nice shot, Afro. But it should be at least a 9-3 on the half. Good catch from Shush. But unfortunately, while the end of Inferno is getting hype, this one has not really lived up to the billing. Thankfully, we've had a couple of big clutches and a bit of exciting moments at the end of rounds to get hyped about, but other than that, it's been a little bit of a damp squib, this third map.
Terrorists win.
Not sure LG have a whole lot left. Of course, everyone's been reading the messages on Twitter to Gizmy and LG players moving on without him, unfortunately. Also unfortunate that LG already signed Lux. Gizmy's gone into a great home, it has to be said. Relieving Rain of his IGL duties on 100 Thieves. That could be a very fascinating project to watch now with Gizmy at the helm. With some legends to work with. You know what? My hot take on that is that I think 100 Thieves could match LG's VRS ranking by the end of the year, maybe? LG are currently 20th in the VRS. Just above Magic, just below Titan. The Thieves are down in 44th. More land results for a Gizmy 100 Thieves and they could get pretty close. But obviously Lux needs a bit of time with LG as well. Red kill on Rainwaker, and all the frags just going in IP today. It's a complete opposite from earlier in the series. But Afro is making something happen. Again, even though he's only got 9 kills in this game, he's kind of the only one stepping up and taking notice of needing to make these plays. And Lux has already rotated in toward B. And I don't think they have any idea. And there we go. Good maneuverability and positioning from Lux. It's all down, 2's down, and he jumps into Lux as well. So, something for Monty, ex-Monty, LG, I've done it for the second time now, something for LG to shout about at the end of the first half. But they're still a long way adrift, and NIP should be staying alive in Gwangju. start to the second half, and it might very well be the last half that LG play in their first tournament as a returning org in Counter-Strike. You've got more events to come, of course, but a great opportunity here. But Snappy is saying no, and Kaspersky was always ready and raring to go. He can't get the spam on Afro, but the job's pretty much done. It's going to be an NIP CT pistol. And LG are a long way adrift now. It's a shame. I feel like they haven't played awfully in this series. I mean, they've done an incredible job to take Nuke away from NIP. And people will watch that demo and be like, okay, well, Lux just outcalled Snappy on the T side. And Snappy on Nuke is a tale as old as time of how good NIP can be on that map. The fact that they won Nuke and haven't been able to win Inferno or Mirage is a shock. Inferno being the biggest surprise, obviously, with NIP having not played it as a core since November last year at the Budapest Major. And incidentally, that's the only 5 times last year that they'd ever played it with this core. So he used to be known for the map with Freiburg and the legends on the team. But Inferno's not really been a thing for them recently. They've managed to win their first Inferno back though. And you can see how much it meant to Snappy after the game. He was really pumped. How many close games NIP have lost this year? You can see how much it meant to him. And maybe this final third map won't be a close game. Appreciate all you guys in chat for sticking around for this series. I'll be with you all day. Big versus will be able to come. Fake versus Alliance, 2 BO1s. Should be quick fire. And Bet Bim versus Nemesis to come later on tonight. That should be a really fun one, actually. Very much looking forward to big MIBR as well. My voice stays alive for the whole day. Snappy and Kaspersky will push aggressively top middle. This is the opening gun round for LG, and it has gone awry immediately. It's a real nice shot from Rainwaker, but the Stown nade will chase him out of the round for 3. And Azu and Bemis have not got much to do. 8 kills between them in the game. Not a single NIP player is below the 8 kill mark. Look at the team performance has actually been from NIP in this map. 14, 14, 14, 13. Snappy, 11 and 4. They could not have wished for anything better. Snappy flashed off the angle though, and look, LG have fun in this game. Maybe it's their turn to win one, but not to be. Kaspersky and Note will rotate in, and they're in full control. Trish will get his fist bump. After all, it'll be NIP with the happy fist bumps at the end of this series, I think. Kaspersky will find Afro nicely, and then Note finds Rainwaker. And finally, LG are going to break in for a 3v3. First round they've actually had a chance in, and I'm afraid might be too little too late. In comes Snappy, big swing, can't find 1 kill though. That's a great headshot from Lux. Saves Azu. Maybe LG have a little bit left. Kaspersky, 31 HP. I don't know he's that low, I would say. You also don't know Stown's right next to him. We've got a lot of money. I say a lot of money, that's a lie actually. Only Kaspersky has a lot of money. So they're going to be saving. I lied to you all. I'm sorry. The save is necessary. But it feels like it's only going to be consolation rounds for LG.
Terrorists win.
That kill from Lux is the big one. Probably would have lost the game then and there if he didn't find that frag. Last full buy for NIP before LG could find a little bit of a path back in. If they win this round, they get 5. 6 should be free. Oh, Kaspersky is humbled by Azu. Fortunately not been consistent enough to find more of those headshots in this map. Paravision have won map 1 over Linvision 13-3. A stream coverage underway of that one. When I say first map, that was one of the BO1s, I should say. So that is a W for Paravision completed. Will this be a W completed for NIP? Maybe not yet. Rainwake has picked up the orb and found 2 kills. Then Afro will stop Snappy from working his way back in. So here we go, LG. A chance to work your way back a little bit. Only a little bit, but it's something. .3D Max versus 9Z is the next BO1 for the mainstream. Big versus MIBR will be our first BO1 on the B stream. NIP need to win first. Oh, shush! Okay. Well, there's a glimmer of hope of winning it right here, right now. God, how consistent has Shush been in this game, man? This guy is the Mr. Consistent. Snappy will be removed by a combination of Bemis and Afro's flash. There's still 2 more players here. There's a headshot from Stow, but he can't complete it. And the Shush double deeg will not deal anymore. They survive for now. What do NIP have in this following gun round to drag them over the line? Note will find Lux eventually. Now Shush, or maybe not necessarily needed to push through the corner of that smoke at that time. And again, looks like they're going to shift away. LG are finding answers at the moment. This would be a generational NIP choke if this one got out of hand. I'm not worried yet. If we get to 12-10, I'll be worried. What did I say about this season and NIP losing all the close games? Found a way on Inferno through Shush Magic with a 15 HP 1v3. You have to see that to believe it. That was at 10-10 on Inferno if you want to scroll back through the VOD or find it on NIP's Twitter. Crazy clutch.
Terrorists win.
They would be out of the tournament if it wasn't for that already. Set up here for Stan and Note and toward under, but that nade's going to move Note into the open. Ooh. Bit awkward for Azzy there. He didn't seem ready for the fact that Note was even in that position. And he'll push up and take him out. Now they know that he could be putting pressure on top middle as well. Lovely click from Note. Gives Afro no chance. And the right click smoke allows him to get away as well. He's everywhere now. Holding Palace for the lurk of Rainwaker. And this could be where NIP get over the line. Kill from Lux into his own hands in this what could be the final round of the game. Lux wants to try and keep it alive though. And Rainwaker is posturing aggressively out Palace now. Kaspersky, you need to find this, and Lux finds another on 5 HP, and Sappy can't trade that one either. Oh my word. He only just finds Rainwaker. There's still a glimmer of hope for Lux, you know. 5 HP 1v2. There's an HE on Sappy though, and for 3. It's going to be a map win on Mirage for NIP and a series win as well. That one nearly got out of hand with Lux trying absolutely everything to scramble the game back. But LG, unfortunately, in their first tournament as an organisation back in Counter-Strike, will exit winless. NIP stay alive. They go through to the 1 and 2 bracket tomorrow. And LG will have to lick their wounds. At least they found a really impressive map. Winning Nuke over NIP is no mean feat. They should be proud of that, especially with these 4 players with a brand new in-game leader. But this is all she wrote for Guangzhou for LG. They'll come back refreshed. They're still a very relevant team in the top of Tier 2, around that 20th position in the VRS. But this is a huge win for NIP. They needed this one badly. And from a 0-2 position in the groups, they probably need to make playoffs from here to feel like it's a job well done in this tournament. Very entertaining game, it has to be said. Crazy moments, and I think it has to be said, the Shush 1v3 on 15 HP on Inferno turned everything around. That was NIP's first Inferno win ever with this lineup, dating back to mid-2025. Lost all 5 they played with this core. So it's a rare playing of Inferno. That's what happens when Cash is in the pool, obviously. Cash being in the map pool will expose some teams' map pools to other possibilities if they don't want to play Cash yet. I think NIP deserve credit for finding a way to grind this series through. That's it from LG, and we'll be back in around, I don't know, I'm hoping around half an hour or so for the opening BO1 between Big and MIBR. See you in a bit. Well, everyone, apologies for the delay. It is what it is, as you guys know. But we are ready for our second game of the day. This is going to be a BO1. This is the 1-1 matchup here between Big and MIBR. These two teams have played against each other before at the Cologne Major. That was also a BO1, funnily enough. And that was a 13-8 win for Big on Inferno. We'll have to see what changes today. But firstly, let's talk about MIBR. And the one thing that I love about this team is their decision to bring NQZ into the fold. I've always been a big NQZ enjoyer. I think ever since he was benched on Pain, I was like, I got it, but I also knew the quality that NQZ possesses. And seeing his opportunity now for him to play for MIBR alongside a ridiculous star in Insani, this team has some extra kick to it now, for sure. I still think there's a couple of weaknesses. You've got BR Inazan, who I think is a bit of a liability on occasion, I can't lie. And LNZ, while he's the in-game leader, you do wonder at what point he gets moved on. Because while he might be doing a very good job, he is also the odd one out on this team at the moment. As the only Swede in the roster, of course, in a team of Brazilians. So, awkward there for sure. Let's have a look at Big. Of course, had a great major, pretty deep run considering they kind of outperformed expectations, especially outperformed expectations when they were 0-12 behind against NRG. One of the comebacks of the game's history. Saved my pick'ems as well, so I'll always love this team for that. But yeah, I think that the main thing for me is how they play today in a BO1. Both these two teams, of course, have played a couple of games already in this tournament. For MIBR, they played against FaZe and against Bait. They beat FaZe 13-6, but lost to Bait 16-13 in their first game. Now they play against Big. Big, of course, I played two as well. They beat Linvision 16-14, only a scrape over Linvision, and they only just lost to BetBoom 13-11. It took a bit of a masterclass from Magnajez to get BetBoom over the line in that one. So, it'll be interesting to see how this BO1 goes. But I said it earlier, I just kind of slightly favour MIBR for this one, I feel. Just purely from the firepower that NQZ has shown in this tournament so far. He's had two very good maps before this game. It's great to see him back in competition again. And I think he and Grix are very, very even, but I would say NQZ clears Grix by about 5%. Not much at all. We'll see. Of course, other factors of this big roster. I mean, JDC has been very consistent lately. Favin is the picture of consistency. He might be one of the most underrated sort of tier 1.5 riflers this game's ever seen, dating back to early Global Offensive in like 2015, 2016. He's always been incredibly reliable. So we'll see if that continues today. And obviously, the main man of Big, the captain, the leader, the fragger, Blame F, is always a factor. Nearly ready to get underway in this one. Apologies for the delays, of course. I'll be with you for this BO1, the following BO1, Bait vs Alliance, and BetBoom vs Nemesis later on tonight. We hopefully will get through this game smoothly. We will see. Just for clarification on the veto, as we've not seen it on screen as of yet. MIBR removed Dust 2. That is a map that's kind of always been their permaban of late. Inferno was removed by MIBR as well. Big then removed 3 maps. They removed Anubis, Nuke, and Ancient. And then unfortunately, we weren't left with Cash in a BO1. Would have been amazing. Would have been fun. But we went to Mirage instead, which makes more sense. It's more of a middle ground map between these two teams. big on Mirage. Played a couple of big games on it, obviously, at the major. That comeback against NRG, like I mentioned. They lost to G2 and Monty on the map, though, however. They played BetBoom at this event on the map. That was the 13-11 loss, like I suggested, or like I mentioned, I should say. MIBR played it before, but not at this event yet. Played it 3 times at the Cologne Major against Bait, Spirit, and Liquid, and beat both Liquid and Bait, using 13-1 to Spirit, as you'd expect. So, on-site equipment is still under some tech issues, as you'd expect. So we're not going to take too long before the game gets underway. But for now, while we wait for players to return to seats, get bums on seats for this one, I will save my voice for a bit, as I'm not even halfway through my day yet. See you in a minute.
Just say the truth. Don't say your thoughts, okay? Don't say your thoughts. No.
Side note, these stretches and Sunny is doing. Impressive, huh? Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm seeing fist bumps. That must mean we are in the server. Don't faint. Don't faint in kick chat. The game might actually be starting. Big versus MIBR. 1-1 bracket at XSE Pro League. Some claps from Tabson. Let's see how many people he can clap in the server. Here we go. Mirage between these two. Last saw these two teams play at the Cologne Major. It was on Inferno. Big won 13-8. This will be my first time covering NQZ on MIBR. Always been an enjoyer of his. Great to see him back in competition again, and so far he's having a very decent event indeed. Isani is going to leap his way through into the A bomb site, but Grix will unceremoniously put him down into the dirt. And JDC will tap BR Inazan through the smoke as well, so just like that, click your finger. The bomb may be planted, but Big have a 5v3, and Favin has a kit smoke as well. That should be more than enough. Couple of taps from Venom Zera does find Grix. That's some information, but Tabson is still locked behind that smoking CC. They're going to need to click the NQZ in towards Sandwich, and they've not been able to do that yet. Time is running really low, and LNZ has put not just a kit and smoke on the floor, he's put Blade Muff on the floor as well. No chance for the Tabson recovery. In a 3v5, MIBR hold on. It's one that's got away from Big. It'll be a force in response to answer back. And that's on Tabson. See, he kept his Kevlar, I believe. MP9's on Blame F and JDC. Favin on the Deagle. Grix on the Scout. Grix can be a pretty tasty scouter. Keep an eye out for that. Tabson jump spotting the gap angle. As soon as he sees any pixel of a player crossing the line, he will be changing up his position. Swung as he moves forward, and that means that he can't collect his shot in time. And Stanley survives on 1 HP. Grix survives on 3, but it's not going to make a difference in the round. RBR have taken A, but Mzera is going to push through CT. Will blindside Tabson. And Grix has got a long save to try and make happen. I don't think he's going to be too successful with that. The easiest of kills for BR Inazan. MIBR have confirmed their lead. They're about to make it 3. Full eco to come. I say full eco, they've got a few pistols around and about, but not much more than that. Long range Mac 10 for LNZ is not going to be easy against an unarmoured pistol. But all good, BR Inazan's found him. And as I was saying before the game, there's definitely some weak links to this MIBR team. I think BR Inazan is the main one. They could find an upgrade on him. I think this team could be really dangerous. And talking of danger, Tabson's pushed forward and caught NQZ off guard. That is the bomb dropped in spawn, by the way. But getting any more from this feels impossible for Tabson. And there we go. He was wary of Palace, but on the reload timing. Not sure if he meant to reload, considering how he was moving, but there we are. Small error. This one's not being all too clean for MIBR. There's a lot full belts of utility on pretty much all three of them. Can the Grix Deagle do something special? On the stairs line, he's got JDC in for support as well. 30 seconds left. They need to use their util here. Do MIBR. So will do well to take JDC, holding the bench position, the bench push. Deal picked up by Fab, but almost found Insani. But Insani ever reliable. What a talent this guy is. There was rumours that he was going to move to Legacy over the course of the gap between now and the Major. But he decided to stay put. It's time for Big to get their start on CT side. Their first gun round coming in right now. NQZ's got his AWP out, as has Grix. Fun duel between these two. I would imagine it's the first time these two have ever gone head-to-head in an AWP duel. Of course, at the Major, BR were playing with Klim. Will line up his HE for under. Unfortunately, no player there to eat that. Maybe I'll have full control of middle. Utility towards short. Chunk of JDC. Resmoke ramp is in. They'll know that Tabson is very often that close ramp player, and often he does like to play aggressive, Tabson. One of those things I've noticed with Big's Mirage in their playings of it recently. That's how aggressive Tabson wants to be, to try and hold some players at bay and keep them guessing on where he's going to move to. But this time he's playing in sandwich. There's at least one. There is his one. BR and Azam will take him down very quickly. Big damage to the smoke by Blame F earlier on in the round. That's the kill that's come through, though. So it's going to be a 4v4 on the afterplan. Check that now, 4v3, with Blame getting caught by NQZ. If JDC can't find a kill back in the next 10 seconds, with where Grix is playing from, this is probably an early save call already. Haven's going to try and make a move, but this is kind of like the Big here. JDC will answer back with one, but with no kit, he needs to win some crazy duels. Lovely headshot on line, but it's still on short. He finally hits the no-scope. But in the end, JDC was taken down, and the round is cleaned up by MIBR. Grix was stuck on short for so long in that one. There's that second kill from JDC. It was certainly very clean, but Insani, even though he was pinned between two angles, you can always rely on him. feel like at this edge of the game already, even at 4-0 down, because it's a BO1, you feel like Big need to win a round like this with the MP9s, the FAMAS and the 5-7. They are going into all the stack on B, and Fabian will stop LNZ from making his way up short. FlameF needs this kill, but NQC, great reaction. The MP9 could have easily taken him down there. He's going to find Tabson as well. More good work from NQC in his first tournament with MIBR. He's had 2 pretty decent games so far, even in the loss that they took. After the round has been seen. Oh, messy taps from Insani. Maybe the only messy tap of the game so far from him. But it shouldn't make a difference in the round. In QZ's 2 games against FaZe and Bait. Played well in both of them. Went 13-5. Although into 10 side in the win versus FaZe. Didn't do much really in the easy win. 13-6. And even the loss to Bait in overtime, he was the main man. 1.29 rating, going 25 and 18 with 89 ADR. Which gives this MIBR team a little bit more X factor. BlameF looking to try and make something happen, pushing through middle with 2 players on short in support as well. This is the change up for Big. They want mid control and they want to try and keep it, but with that utility usage, that might signal... Oh, look at this. It might signal the fact that there's an opening on B, and guess what? BR Edison has already taken that opening. He's down on the site already, and you'd imagine slightly confused that he's not had anyone fight him yet. It's a molly pillar, and I don't think they're going to expect the fact that he's already on the site itself. There's the information, and there you go. The information was gleaned by JDC, but not before he keep himself alive. Favin is close up. He gets cleared by BR Edison as well. Space taken by MIBR very quickly. Big try and fight mid. Doesn't work. And just like that, MIBR had their clean sheet intact and got up 6-0. Venezuela is still lurking in Sandwich, of all places, and he finds both Grix and Tabson. Maybe BlameF to save, he can't do it. MIBR are all over them right now, like a cheap suit. And look, that NRG comeback was on the CT side. They're on the CT side already. Not many good signs for Big. Every single one of their players is on 3 kills. Every single one of MIBR's players has more than 3 kills. Grix even holding for that murder hole flank. He gets seen early. He gets goosed down to 50. There are multiple players around this B bomb site to try and hold on. When you have this extra prong of NNC, there's not really much you can do. XSE's even wary of the possibility of a flank. Alan finds one with his Deeg, but JDC finds none. I don't know if you guys heard that siren outside my house. I do live in London after all. There's a lot of ambulances and police cars that go back and forth on a daily basis around my area. I think right now an ambulance needs to be called for Big. Or at least the police, to ask for a search warrant, because Big have gone missing. They're even delaying planting the bomb there to try and maybe see if Blamev gives up his life. Usually in that situation you would delay the bomb plant and maybe get a few players far away from the site to be on the hunt early. For those of you asking in Kick Chat, we have 2 more games after this. This is a BO1. Bait versus Alliance is another BO1 in the 1-1 bracket to come after. We'll end the day with a BO3 between Bet Boom and Nemesis to find who will go through to playoffs in Guangzhou. Caster, do you like my name? Yes, I do, Mr. Bede. Great find. 7-0 for MIBR. Can Big finally find a round win here? Another gun round coming through. Another round with Grix on the AWP. Had full loss bonus for quite a bit now. Faven flashed off towards short. Thankfully, though, for Faven's sake, Blamev was able to stop Linus before he gets up toward that position. But Venom Zera's found one as well. JDC needs a couple, you would think. It's one, it's fine. And then Blamev launches himself off the bench. That didn't work. Faven then tries to help out. Insanity's covering for that. Big cannot find a way in to save their lives. Grix is more stuck than a stuck thing. I mean, he's lucky in Mindo, but no, Insanity's still watching it. He's not lucky at all. Another multi-kill round from Insani. Big have nothing to show for Mirage at the moment. And once again, it's a great performance across the board from MIBR. Venom Zera's in double digits, so is Insani. Actually, Insani might have 9, but it makes no difference. He does have 9, I was right. Every single player is doing their job. And right now, this game has been kind of, the main story of it has been told by that one round where Big try and make something happen in middle, and BRN Azam was already out big because they had put more pressure in him and didn't have as much presence around B. Venom Zera's fighting for his life on ramp. A bit of a delayed trade from Grix, but he's able to find that recovery kill. AK retrieved. But again, guess what? B's open. MIBR are one step ahead everywhere around the map right now. Favin's got himself back in time. This could very easily get caught. And now he's got two angles to worry about. Insani gives him no hope at all. Too clean with it is Insani.
Bomb has been planted.
We don't even have a 7-1 scoreline anymore. There's no Brazil. This is full demolition job. 9-0 is incoming. Bench angle that Magix knows all about. Almost gave Grix a kill back. He does have a line over the top of those benches, or those shelves I should say. It's been a long day already. Yet. Good kill from Grix, but it's only exit frags. You know where they're going. JDC is going to try and contain them, but it doesn't matter. 3 players have built up over quintuple digits in terms of their money. As you can see, they don't care. All it gives is a bit of consolation kills for JDC. Chat, did the caster say uwu for me? I left for 1 minute. That's all you're going to get. Can't even say your name. CRWSISURS. However you pronounce that. Finally, something's working out for Big. Grix is going to find Insani, and look at that. Isn't that hilarious? This round could not have been cleaner by any stretch of the imagination. First 4 kills come through at the blink of an eye, and Grix holds on for all 3. Imagine if there were more in a row like that. Big have something to shout about. But it's only 1. They're going to need all 3 to end this half. Grix was fully blind toward ramp, and Leonard from Tabson holding well with Black Tabson on the balcony near Palace. He was covered straight away, even though he missed his initial spray on the player jumping out. A little bit more of a somewhat reckless move from MIBR, and it does cost them. This is slower rounds, which are working 10 times easier for them. Why are you solo casting, King? Long story. Okay. Venom Zero will find Grix, BR and Azem will find Favin. Thankfully Blemeth is able to recover in mid. He had to take that fight, but the issue is he needs Tabson right now. And Insani's already watching for that con re-aggression. Tabson needs to swing this one quickly, but again, Insani is just so ready for everything. Blemeth caught on the rotation, and it's only a flash in the pan for Big. Thank you for all the nice comments in chat, by the way, guys. I appreciate it. It's, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, it's not been the easiest day in the world. I've still got a BO1 and a BO3 to go, but we'll stick with it. I'm still a bit sick. You might be able to hear it in my voice as well from when I went to Cologne a couple of weeks ago. So, just recovering there. Thankfully, my voice is pretty much just fully recovered today. So, that's a good sign, isn't it? I'm going to destroy it by tonight. And yes, the guy who said my name is Trav, got it right. Travis, actually, but I go by Trav. Insani will deal with Blame F really nicely. Again, another example of Insani just completely owning middle. Tabson feels like he needs to make something happen, but Insani's watching for that as well. Destruction.
Bomb has been planted.
Big have been humbled and taken apart by the combination of Venom Zera and Insani. They are 26 and 9 between the two of them, and that just says it all. That just says everything about this map. Grix has a freebie, and Insani is going to get a quad kill to finish off the half. No one can headshot him, no one can face him. The aura, the pure aura of Insani pushed Grix's crosshair off of his head. No one could do anything about him. Insane. And look, I said at the beginning of the game, I am very much a LNZ enjoyer. But there's obviously him being the only non-Brazilian on the team is a bit of an issue. So far, he's calling brilliantly. Well, Big have made some incredible comebacks happen in recent times at the Major against NRG in particular, but that was one day in the pressure cooker of Cologne. This is on T side as well. Historically, the side they struggle on a little bit more with this lineup. There isn't going to be much they'll be going to be able to do about Insani in this map. He's shown up in spades. Give me more of that, I say. This guy is a pretty insane talent. LNZ is going to miss timing on the first player jumping out of the apartments, but because they've missed him, he can now play in the apartments. Thankfully for Big, JDC can connect with him though, and find Insani. Big double kill from JDC.
Bomb has been planted.
This is not going to be easy to recover. NQZ and BR Enazan kitless. NQZ's got himself up quite a way. That's one free kill on Grix. Surely not like this, Big. You have to hold on to this. Flash forward, playing the elevated angle, seen. I don't know where he is, but he drops down and gooshes NQZ, and in the end the damage done is too much. So BlameF will hold on, and Big have step one complete, which is the pistol. So 4 from MIBR, only NQZ saving a bit of dollar. I'm actually not sure how he's got 1,050. I guess he got a couple of kills, right? Has he got that much money with other players who can pulse up MP7s and Kevlar? That's... Am I going crazy? Should he have that much money? I don't know. I don't know if that's a HUD bug or something. Either way. Must be the kill reward he got from the pistol. Helping him out there. I think I'm going crazy, chat. Don't worry. You're going to witness my descent into madness. In the following BO1 as well, Bait vs Alliance is coming after this, and a BO3 to end the day. Bet Boom versus Nemesis. Recent major playoff contenders. I was there to see them. Did themselves a great service. Nemesis are betting NQZ. He's going to get both. He's going to get both. Even a fadeaway dink onto Tabson as well. A 95 in one shot is dirty. And now, Bigger scrambling to get the bomb planted safely in any way, shape or form. Also got 2 MP7s in play here.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb now can go down and will go down. But there's 1 MP7 on Tabson. He was tickleable. Blame F needs to activate somewhere, but he might even be given a chance to do so. Where is Blame? MIBR are asking. Stuck in sandwich, not a good position to be in a clutch like this. If it's a 1v1, fine. If it's a 1v3, not fine. Leapt on by Venom Zera, and immediately Big are given no room to maneuver. 12-2, 10 ahead, 1 away.
Bomb has been defused.
Is there anything left for Big on Mirage? They're going to be dropping down to that 1 and 2 bracket if they lose one more round in this regulation. The 1 and 2 bracket is currently occupied by Lin Vision, 3D Max, and NIP. 9Z beat 3D Max on the A stream 13-9. What a spray like that. What a duo these two have been in this map, man. Just ridiculous firepower. 19 and 6 for Venom Zera, 17 and 5 for Insani. Goodness gracious me. When MIBR really ramp up and play like that, it feels like they can beat anyone. Today, Big had no chance whatsoever. Sure, Big didn't play great either, but I'm willing to give more credit to the stunning rifle work of that main duo on MIBR. That first half performance from those two was a masterclass. Big will have to fight from the 1-2 bracket. MIBR have a chance to qualify for playoffs from the 2-1 bracket. This was their first time we saw NQZ go up against Grix. NQZ, I think it's fair to say, won that fight. These two teams played at the major. That was Big winning in the BO1 on Inferno. Some revenge for MIBR. I'm going to be throwing this one to a little bit of a break. Then we're back. Bait versus Alliance in another 1-1 match in the BO1 bracket. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully it's not too long before we start that one. And I'll be back with you then. See you in a bit.